What's going on, Bears Nation? Welcome back to Bears News Fan Report, your number one destination for everything Chicago Bears, from breaking news to in-depth analysis and all the rumors that matter. Today, I've got something that's been circulating in draft circles, something that could address one of our most glaring needs heading into next season. Stay locked in, because what I'm about to share might just be the defensive spark we've been desperately searching for. The 2025 season has taught us a lot about this team. We've seen flashes of brilliance, moments where everything clicks, but we've also seen the gaps that need filling if we're going to compete at the highest level. Our offense has pieces, our coaching staff is finding its rhythm. But there's one area that keeps us up at night, one position group that needs an infusion of talent and athleticism. I'm talking about our ability to consistently get after the quarterback, to make opposing offenses uncomfortable, to create those game-changing moments that shift momentum in our favor. Draft season is heating up, and the experts are starting to release their first projections for 2026. These early mocks give us a glimpse into how the league views our needs, how they see us addressing the roster construction moving forward. And let me tell you, when I saw the latest projection from one of the most respected draft analysts in the business, my eyes lit up because this particular selection makes so much sense for what we're trying to build here in Chicago. Before I get into the specifics, let me set the stage. The Bears have been methodical in their rebuild. We've invested heavily in the offensive side of the ball recently, bringing in weapons and building around our young core. That was necessary, that was smart, and it's starting to pay dividends. But championship teams are built on both sides of the ball, and our defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, knows exactly what kind of players he needs to make his system work at an elite level. Pass rush is the lifeblood of any great defense. You can have the best secondary in the world, but if you can't generate pressure with four guys, quarterbacks will pick you apart all day long. We've seen it happen to us. We've watched opposing quarterbacks sit comfortably in the pocket and dissect our coverage. That can't continue if we want to take the next step as a franchise. Now, there's a name coming out of Clemson that's been on my radar for a while, and apparently I'm not alone. The latest mock draft from The Athletic's Dane Brugler, the guy who literally writes the book on draft prospects every year with his massive Beast publication, has the Bears selecting a defensive end in the first round. This projection has us picking at number 31 overall, which honestly feels about right if we continue our current trajectory and make some noise in the playoffs. The player in question is T.J. Parker, a 6'3", 265-pound edge rusher who's been wreaking havoc in the ACC. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. His stats this year aren't eye-popping. He's got 5 sacks and 37 total tackles, which is a step back from his sophomore campaign when he absolutely dominated with 11 sacks. But let me explain why the tape tells a different story, and why this could be exactly what we need. Parker's junior season has been impacted by several factors. Opposing offenses are game planning specifically to neutralize him, which is actually a compliment to his abilities. He's dealing with more double teams, more chip blocks, more attention than he saw as a sophomore. That's what happens when you prove you can be a difference maker. Teams adjust, they scheme around you, they make you work harder for your production. What excites me about Parker as a Bears prospect is his playing style and physical tools. This kid plays with relentless effort. He never stops pursuing the quarterback, whether the play is in the pocket or scrambling outside. That motor, that refusal to quit on plays, is exactly what Dennis Allen values in his defensive linemen. You can't teach that kind of competitive fire. His frame is ideal for what we do defensively. At 6'3" and 265, he's got the size to set the edge against the run while maintaining the explosiveness to rush the passer. Brugler specifically mentions Parker's strong hands and long levers, which are crucial for breaking down blockers and creating separation. These are the technical skills that translate directly to the NFL level. What really stands out on film is Parker's short area quickness and burst. He can convert speed to power, which means he's not just fast off the edge, he can actually drive tackles backward into the quarterback. That combination of speed and power is rare and incredibly valuable in today's NFL, where offensive tackles are bigger and more athletic than ever before. The projection makes even more sense when you consider the Bears' draft philosophy under our current regime. Last year, we went offense heavy, addressing needs on that side of the ball. It's a smart organizational approach to alternate your draft focus, building both sides of the ball over multiple cycles. Our new head coach comes from an offensive background, but he understands that defense wins championships. Looking at how the Lions operated when he was their offensive coordinator, they balanced their draft classes beautifully, going defense after investing in offense the previous year. Parker would need some development before becoming an every-down player. That's fair to acknowledge. He's got refinement to do, techniques to polish, and probably needs to add a little more bulk without sacrificing his explosiveness. But the raw materials are absolutely there. The athleticism, the work ethic, the physical tools, all of it points to a player who could become a cornerstone of our defensive line for years to come. Imagine Parker opposite our existing edge rushers, creating a rotation that keeps fresh legs on the field and allows everyone to play with maximum effort. Imagine him developing under Dennis Allen's coaching, learning from veterans, and growing into the player his potential suggests he can be. That's the kind of long-term thinking that separates good franchises from great ones. The beauty of drafting at 31, assuming that's where we land, is that we're getting first-round talent while also having established ourselves as a winning team. That's the sweet spot you want to be in. You're competing for championships while still adding elite young talent to your roster. Parker represents exactly that kind of value. His tape against top ACC competition shows a player who rises to the occasion. He's faced some of the best offensive tackles in college football and consistently created problems. Whether it's his initial burst off the snap, his hand usage to defeat blocks, or his pursuit angles to chase down plays, Parker demonstrates the football IQ and physical ability that NFL teams covet. The pass rush need is real for us. We've struggled to generate consistent pressure, and that's put additional strain on our secondary. Adding a player like Parker gives us another weapon in the arsenal, another way to attack opposing offenses and create the negative plays that change games. Sacks, tackles for loss, forced fumbles, these are the plays that swing momentum and win close games. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you Bears faithful. What do you think about TJ Parker as our potential first-round selection? Does an edge rusher make sense given our other needs? Are there other positions you'd rather see us address early in the draft? Drop your comments below because I genuinely value your perspectives and love discussing these scenarios with you. If you want to stay on top of every Bears development, every draft projection, and every piece of analysis that matters, make sure you're subscribed to Bears News Fan Report and hit that notification bell. We're here every single day, bringing you the content you need to stay informed and engaged. Let's keep building this community together. Bear down.